I'll now call the meeting to order. Can I get a roll call, please?
Member Girardi? Member Speriqueta? Member Jarrell? Here. Board President Cornett?
Here.
And Vice President Irvin is currently absent.
Members of the audience may at this time address the Board of Education regarding only matters on the closed session and study session agendas. Are there any members? I don't see anybody that want to address the board. So we'll go right into the study session, which is the annual work plan review and school year planning, BC-3. So we have in front of us a copy of a proposed work plan, which we can move around, whatever, but starting with today's date on the 28th. So if we just want to kind of go over this. Today we're doing the presentation and approval of performance updates. We're going to do a study session. This is the study session, Ed Services Academic Progress on STAR and DIBBLES, and then Employee of the Month, Scholars and Parents. Okay, and we have that every month. That's great. On the 11th, do you think that we're going to go ahead and plan for the study session to meet with the board of the foundation? Is that something that's we're going to be able to do?
Board President Cornett, that's what we're working on right now with the foundation board. There's a small chance that they may have some key board members on vacation. So we do have a foundation board meeting this Thursday to finalize that and try to get that agenda planned. So hopefully we can do it that day. There's another option that we've been talking to Mr. Simmons about in terms of bringing, I think, a project up at Bubbling Wells back to the board. So I'll let Jeff talk about that real quick, because if we need to replace this foundation study session, we have something that we think is pertinent for the board as well. So.
Okay, so you might recall that when we first started looking at Bubbling Wells, we gave you 3 options, and those were architect estimates of what the construction and soft costs and everything would be, and we picked the $90 million option, which was supposed to modernize the administration building, the NPR and kitchen, so basically spruce it up, the PE and flex space, and then new construction was supposed to be a 2-story building for SDC, kinder, and other classrooms, and then another building, what they're calling Building 4, for the library, STEAM, more SDC and classrooms, and then Building 5, which is a 1-story for classrooms and wellness, and then Building 6 is another 1-story for music. So we've gone through the process of that and hiring a contractor to do a lease back and then estimate his subcontractor totals. And as we might expect, it's coming in, the construction work from their perspective is coming in higher. So we met the other day to do some reductions from that. But as I recall from the board a couple years ago, when Landau and Sunny Sands increased so drastically, the board wanted the option to take a look at these projects if they were going to go over budget, and decide whether or not they wanted to keep going with the project and just pay the extra difference, B, take the reduction recommendations and as I do have them, or C, squash the project altogether. So did you need this? Oh, yeah.
So the reason I had Jeff update you there is because for the August 11th, we have 2 options. One is work with the foundation board and begin to talk about moving forward with, foundation governance and how we continue to reimagine how we work with the foundation and a PSUSD board. But if that one doesn't pan out because of the board's availability, we can always have Mr. Simmons bring back the information for Bubbling Wells. and some of the things that we found out about the building or the modernization there.
Okay, does it sound like a plan?
Yes. Before that time. Correct. So I guess what maybe before we end tonight, maybe if we can't do the August 11th for one of those foundation and or the bubbling wells, there's also September 8th. I think that we'll finally get to. Maybe we can consider one of those.
So it'll be
Okay.
one or the other.
One or the other.
Okay.
All right.
Getting back to the foundation, and in my opinion, I think that the board should talk amongst ourselves with you and cabinet as to exactly what we want our relationship with the foundation to look like before we actually meet with them. They probably have a whole different maybe take on, maybe they want to be independent, maybe they want to be more dependent, but if we have
Understood.
somewhere where we want to go to make sure that everything is clean and done properly, that we could maybe meet before and talk about that.
Right, and so with that being said, Board President Cornett, we could use the closed session of August 11th for the board and our team to talk through some of those next steps for the foundation, and we could come back September 8th with the foundation board. That gives us time to make decisions about what this board might want to talk to the foundation board about and be prepared. But we'd have a very planned out agenda too, to keep us on track and make sure that we are being intentional with what we're moving forward with. So we can do that as well.
What do you think of that? That really we need a plan before we actually meet with the foundation board on what we want the foundation's relationship to be with the, does that sound like a plan?
Usually these kind of, to have the meeting together, the proposal, the China meeting came from both sides?
Yes.
Or is the school district is the one that's decide when, how, or in both?
Both sides. So both sides, the district and the foundation, we understand it's a good idea to come together to make sure that we're all on the same page before we actually move forward with big decisions. Yes, sir.
So looking here at the calendar, it says the 11th is a study session. So are we,
We're
kind of deciding what we're going to do right now with that?
right, we could do the Bubbling Wells overview then and move the foundation down to September 8th. And then we can talk about what is the vision of the boards and the superintendent and input from cabinet.
During closed session on the 11th, we can
Closed session on the
take some
11th.
time to do
So we
that.
have a plan.
So if the study session is being moved, the presentation is on the 8th, when is that going to be? Is that going to be moved?
So it would just be the study session that we are moving around. Right now, there's no plan for anything, no study session on September 8th.
I
The
guess
presentation would stay there where
I
we
guess
are.
what I'm saying is the presentation will still stay on the September 8th?
I think that one was just tentatively set there.
Okay,
And
so.
that's why a question mark is there. Thank you.
So that one kind of would be lined off if we move.
Correct.
That to to September 8th?
Yes, sir.
And then we'll do the Bubbling Wells overview on the 11th.
Yeah, thanks for the clarification, Jeff. Right.
And then, so when we bring back that presentation, or we wouldn't?
We would bring it back. We'd have to figure that out when to bring it back, but
To another date?
yeah, to another date. Yes, sir.
What presentation are you talking about?
Looking right here, this is the
Yeah.
foundation. Report. Yeah.
Okay.
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 I think we're going to try to meet in closed session on August 11th.
Yeah. And we'd have it set so, we have some things planned out. We know what we're going to talk about in closed session and get your thoughts, ideas, perspectives. So we're prepared to speak with the foundation board.
Well, I think, too, we need to legally have, what is it that our relationship is going to look like
Right.
with them? What is our oversight going to be?
Governance structures.
Yes, and I mean, yes, they are a foundation board, but the foundation does belong to the district.
Yes. We may. We're in agreement, so we'll make sure that we plan that out for a closed session so that we can have a great dialogue about moving forward before we meet with the foundation board. So the foundation board meeting is this Thursday. We'll talk to them about the board's wishes, and they're all on board with coming together to try to look forward.
So Marcus, I'm looking, is this being changed in real time? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I guess the presentation question might need to be erased on the other side over there.
Yeah, good catch. So yeah, we'll line that out and we'll figure out when to bring that foundation presentation to the board.
To be determined.
Yeah, TBD. That's right.
All right, so then, I don't know where you, in closed session, but on the 11th, we're going to meet in closed session and talk about the foundation.
Correct.
Okay. Okay,
So now that we're changing this to more of a bubbling wells discussion, is there anything else the board would like to talk about in regards to facilities that I need to be prepared for, or should we just focus on bubbling wells? Because the other one that you guys wanted to know a little bit more about was Desert Hot Springs, I think, so.
Are you ready to talk about Desert Hot Springs, the gym there? And
Yeah.
Athletics?
I guess, yeah, I'm not sure. So,
Sure.
yeah, I'm ready to talk about bubbling wells, but in regard, I can be ready by then. And so, what do you mean? You mean the one that was on the,
I'm sorry, it wasn't mentioned in this overview.
which one, bubbling wells? No, that wouldn't have been mentioned there.
Separate?
Yeah, because remember the study session the last time, we just focused on Desert Hot Springs and then doing that one in phases, and then an $8 million increase to Cathedral City. So that's really all you're, I guess, voting on tonight is just what we talked about for that one, doing Desert Hot Springs in phases and then the $8 million for Cathedral City. But no, we haven't talked about bubbling wells yet.
Just one thing is, in the Friday report, you hit a home run. It was amazing, all the details about all the facilities, updates. I want that printed. It's so detailed.
You can do that.
It was so exciting to see so much quantity and content and those updates with pictures. So thank you.
You're welcome. Julie did a lot of hard work on that, and then we kind of supplemented it, so it was a team effort. And I really don't think it'll be that much time. It just more trying to give you an update on both of those projects there, so.
Okay, so it'll be bubbling wells and the Desert Hot Springs. What are we calling it? The athletic? What are we calling it, that project?
Do we want to rush that back, or do we just want to deal with bubbling wells and then give you time to get what you need so everything is not rushed and compact in there?
I mean, that's what I want. I wanted that direction from the board to know how quickly I needed to kind of get things together for, what I know is what you know, that was all in the Friday letter at this particular point. I don't have any sort of additional amounts or anything. And yeah, the direction that we have is to look at it in phases and see what we can do. So I'm having the architect work on a single-story building and how much square footage we have there, and then what we can tack onto that to know exactly, where we're at. So that's a good idea because I don't know where the architect's going to be on that. So maybe we bring that one in the December facilities update as part of just the grand total of everything that we're doing and finishing up. There'll be a lot of things finishing up at that time too, so.
It would be nice if that particular update on the Desert Hot Springs Athletic Department, if we could have it, since one of our board members is leaving in December, that we could have it before there so he can have some input in it, since he's really been pushing for that and really been
I'll tell you what, I'll do my best to get the architect to get as much as I can for August 11th, if I
We
can
know
get
how you
it,
feel,
then,
John.
Or December.
Yeah.
And if not, there might be a perfect time. There's October 13th board meeting, and it's at DHS, HS.
Oh.
That might be a good opportunity to have that discussion right there and at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, then you might be able to do a little tour of what.
Will that give you enough time to do what you need
I
to
think
do?
October should be fine, yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea right there.
So October, would that be a study session?
Yeah, again, probably not a really, because it's one single item, it, shouldn't be too long, but
No? You might could put a tour in there too, right?
yeah. I think that's important. Pictures don't do it, and Omar's video was nice, but even that was a little skewed when he's got students in his room and no students in the other one and stuff, so it'd just be best for you to
Hopefully
see
the
what we're
weather's
talking
better
about.
by then.
What's that?
Hopefully the weather's better by then.
Hopefully. October, I would hope so. I know, right? Anyway, yeah, thank you.
Okay, so we've jumped down to, we've done August 25th. Look at that, and have we done September 8th? We're going to do the foundation study session then with their board, right? Okay.
Yes, that's the plan.
Are we going to have the same format? Marcus doesn't know maybe about how we were sitting tables and we were mixed amongst them. Have you been in that?
Yeah, I'm
with
not
us?
aware of that, and I figure maybe we can use that time in closed session on the 11th to talk about that and how we set that up to really have some good dialogue with this board and the foundation board. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was mixed tables and
Okay,
uh,
I got you.
the assistants can tell us.
Thank you. Thank you, Madonna.
Also then on the 22nd, we're looking at OE 13, the presentation. How can we approve OE 13 if we're doing a study session? That doesn't work, does it? The next one, so that should go down.
October 13th?
Yes, sorry. The approval would be October 13th, but we'll present the information in the study session on the 22nd.
On the 22nd, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be at a celebration of life for my good friend, and I think that we have another member that's not going to be here on September 22nd. So hopefully the three of you are well and here. So I don't know.
You want to move it?
Who's the three of us?
You.
No, I didn't know John was.
John is not going to be here, and I'm not going to be here.
Yes.
You don't get sick. So I was wondering if we could move, because I think the diversity and racial equity is really an important one. Could we move it down to October? I don't know, it says XX, what does that mean?
The XX.
Should be the 13th?
So there'll be 3 meetings in October. The first one is the 13th, the second regular meeting is the 27th, and the special board meeting is October whenever you guys decide for Marcus's informal evaluation, somewhere in the middle. So you guys
Okay.
will decide that date in the bright orange. You guys will pick a date for us.
Oh, okay, I see. So this is the special, the October one is the special board meeting, okay.
So if you're saying that OE 13, you don't want to do it on the 22nd, why not move the DHS remodel to another date a little bit further down? That way you can get that OE 13 done as soon as possible.
Okay, we could do, okay. Could we move the October 13th suggestion by Charlie to move the Desert Hot Springs Athletic Project to November 10th? Is that what you're saying?
Whenever we have another open date, looks
Would
like
be October,
November 10th.
November 10th?
Yeah, so the DHS remodel will be moved to November the 10th.
And the OE 13 would move to
To October
October
13th.
13th. And then the approval of it would be on the 27th of October?
Yes, it would have to be.
Does that work? Good with that?
Not yet.
All right, because it was just, to me, we're going to be in Desert Hot Springs, talking about bubbling wells and DHS-HS would make sense to do it at that meeting. That would open up August 11th. I don't know if we could do OE, it's too soon to do OE 13.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't be ready for August 11th. I apologize, John.
Or we can just do it on the 22nd, but Karen would like to be here. September.
Well, there are openings on the 22nd of September to do any operational or another OE. We can come back to that if we find one we need to do. And the special board meeting, it would be a day that we meet with Marcus during the day. And then we really need to do the ethics training also. And I couldn't find a time around that time that CSBA has one online. So I'm suggesting we just have Mr. Pearl come and do it that same day so we can get it done.
If
we
so,
can.
if Mr. Pearl can't do that, maybe an alternate, or just do it online, because there's numbers of dates, and they're adding more. It might be at CSBA in San Diego. So,
We need it done before the election.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, so what date can people meet on in October? We have meetings on the 13th and this 27th.
We got a lot going on in October.
Mhm.
So, I mean, we should be able to pick something in between those times to get it done.
how about recommending October 27 in the morning? Is that enough time, or we need a full day?
We need a full day because if we're going to do the training, it would be meet with Marcus in the morning and then maybe John Pearl in the afternoon or vice versa, whatever it works out to.
What
We
about,
do it on the 20th. It's a Tuesday. Does that work?
no, not for me.
Pardon me?
Not for me. I have IEPs.
How about Monday, the 20?
Monday's good. Yeah, Monday and Wednesday. That's good.
Monday, the 19th?
Mhm.
Does that work for you? So October 19th, and see if it's enough ahead of time that somebody from John Pearl's office can come and get us all ethically trained.
We'll be good. We'll be good. We are running, as you put that into your phones, we are running into a little bit of a conflict for the November 10th because Mr. Simmons is at a facilities kind of training in San Antonio on November 10th. And so we may have to rework that one. So we apologize for that. We just were looking at our calendars as well. So
The day it's designated. I mean, we can't be here, but they can handle it. I mean,
Say that again?
OE 13, why don't you just keep it on the day that it's already scheduled,
On the 22nd.
you know? And
Right,
it is what it is.
just do it. We're moving it back to the 22nd.
thanks.
And we're doing the Desert Hot Springs on the 13th.
Thank you.
Then on the,
Ask one more question. You see any concerns doing bubbling wells in Desert Hot Springs High School on the same day? In Desert Hot Springs?
The only concern is I think we have bubbling wells up above that, and because the contractor really needs to get going, he needs direction. That one is like ready to go, whereas DHS is still in this discussion phase. And,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
Monica, I'm probably going to need another one of these. It's scratched all up right now.
They're out there, Charlie,
Huh? Oh, they're out
in
there.
the lobby, I think.
Get the
Wanna
one. I'll get the one that she has. Her dates are different.
She has to print.
Yeah, she's been changing the dates already.
okay, then we're down to October 27th. We've got, we're going to get the CAS results.
Really quickly, Board President Cornett, do you guys want to start at 8 a.m. for October 19th?
Yes?
Okay.
I agree.
Yep.
It's the gavel.
Come on, you're retired now. Business services update. Okay, now we're all the way up to November 10th. You got something?
Yeah. So the last 2 years on the far right-hand side, we've had all of these items that we wanted to get to. Do we have them anywhere here at all?
No.
So on
Well,
some of these empty spots,
They're down at the very end,
can we start kind of
last
trying to,
page.
can we start trying to fill some of these in? We got AI training, unconscious bias training, restorative justice training. They've kind of been sitting there for like the last 2 years. Can we try to see how we can get them in there on the list as well?
So those require the board to pick a special board meeting day together, a day that you guys can meet here, either during a study session or on a separate date. So you guys have to determine the date for us and let us know what date works best for your calendars.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was just kind of trying to
Oh, okay, yeah.
talk to the board to let them know we've had these sitting over here on the side, and
I think
we
we need
just
to revisit
open 'em in
the
there?
policies too. There's some of our policies in our meeting or our special committees that we need to go back to, right? Karen's like, yes.
We have to fill in a date that doesn't correspond with a board meeting.
Mhm.
So we have to figure out when is it that the board can get together. We're getting together on the October 14th.
And Mr. Irvin, Board Vice President Irvin, I know that you're here on the February sometime for my informal evaluation. That's a half day you consider. And then April, there's another half day for site and department visits.
Right, we could
I mean,
put
those are just considerations.
We could put those trainings, we could put unconscious bias in one of them and restorative justice in one of them. So that would be sometime in February. I mean, Does it matter which one? He says it doesn't matter. Thank you, Board Member Jarrell.
I think we need that flexibility because of trainers and, we might have to
Well, let's just
juggle
put-
those dates.
Right, let's
Right.
just put in, like on the February date, we can put unconscious bias or restorative justice, and then the one in June, those two also. Does that sound okay?
Okay, so in February, we're going to put just tentatively both.
Yes.
Restorative justice and
Right, and depending on who can,
unconscious bias training.
which one works out. It'll be one or the other, unconscious bias or restorative justice.
Item on the list.
And then the same with, in June.
So in June again, we'll do revisiting our policies.
Usually we do a two-day,
Right,
2 days in June.
after school's out,
Pardon me?
after school's out.
After school's out?
And,
We have AI over here on the side, too.
and the policy update, we can bring that conversation anytime, huh? In a small portion, not all,
Yeah, we don't have to go through the whole thing.
maybe a year or in study session or special meetings, that's thing that we do. But if we have something, it's like the staff, they recommend updating during the year in case that we found something.
It's a good idea.
Because everything, the policy is changing very often, especially the governing policy, any in general is something that we can do any time, only, following the process.
Well, we know we're going to have one new person, and we're going to have to introduce them to our governance system. We have a one-pager, or maybe two, one-pager about coherent governance, but it takes a while to get a hold of it and understand it.
We might be able to do that in January sometime. All right, so we've got up to, what, November 10th?
Yeah.
Do we have a study session on November 10th?
No. No, we removed DHS.
Is the district offering any training for people that are running for board seats?
We can offer a training for those who are interested or who have submitted their paperwork. So usually we'll get the names from the Registrar of Voters office, and then we can hold like a Zoom meeting / here's what we do, here's the expectations, here's our schedule, go over like agenda planning and stuff like that. Charlie, I believe Erica and Mike did that when you were first coming on board with Cameron, I believe, from Desert Hot Springs, and another member from the community. So we can do something similar.
Okay,
I had the superintendent in person in the boardroom, so we could get the full effect.
That's what I was going to say. I think it was kind of limited, and it didn't give you a really good idea of what to expect. I would like to see maybe a board member come as well to give an actual experience and talk about it, just something to give it a little bit more legs. I mean, a lot of the things, the information was great that it was given to me, but I don't know how much of it I used in actuality with being in a real setting, in a real situation. So I think that it's beneficial to have somebody from the board as well, maybe the president or so, or someone to maybe come in and give like an overview or an idea of what to expect on the board.
They're great ideas. I did reach out to RCOE, and it was a framework that was shared with me about what we're discussing now and how to go about introducing prospective candidates and incoming board members and get them up to speed with what will be expected of them. So we can definitely do that. And I can, Monica will work with whatever board member would like to be in on that. So we'll get that done.
Okay?
There's possibilities too. We could use CSBA for our trainings rather than John Pearl, because they're approved and they're certified trainers. Also, maybe using CSBA for the pre-election as well. I don't know if we've really taken advantage of using the resources and people that they have to offer. So, what do you think, Charlie?
I would say I went as well to the CSBA training that they had after I first got on. Still not the same as actually hearing from you guys. I think that given a real overview of what we do and the things that they should expect to see coming from the board, I think it would be better than anything that we can do, outsourcing it or anything. And I think it's something that we could put together that wouldn't be too difficult, because it's just everything moves extremely fast and it's kind of slow after you've been here for a while. But the first initial rush is a lot. And all of the trainings and everything that I've been to, it didn't reflect, or it didn't give me the experience that I felt when I was on the board. Honest opinion.
I kind of agree with you.
Yeah, maybe 2 board members. It won't be an official meeting. And they get 2 perspectives.
Sure.
Yes.
Like that idea?
Okay. So, I don't know, I'm sure a study session will come up for December 10th. I mean, for November 10th. So, it's an open one in case we need to be studying something. Make me laugh. Then in December, we're all, I assume, going to CSBA, and it's in San Diego, correct? Are they taking, we've already been registered for that, correct?
Yes, Monica has done a wonderful job making sure that she has us all registered, and I think student board members as well. If you want to chime in on there, Ms. Borrego, go ahead.
Yes, everybody has been registered tentatively. John is holding the place of whomever replaces him. We kind of had a discussion on whether he still wanted to go since he was going to be a board member, or if the new person would take that spot. But yes, everybody will be at the Marriott Marquis, and then you are all registered for the full conference along with the students, and Lily and I will go up the night before, and we'll have breakfast or dinner with you guys up there. Yeah. And executive cabinet will be there as well.
Oh, great. Okay. Then on December 8th, that's the presentation. See, we're going to do OE4 and the first interim budget report. That's the big facilities update. Hopefully, some of these schools will be finished and we'll have good news before then. Student services update, special education. I'm wondering if foundation update, if we should move that to November 10th to see by then, maybe we'll have a memorandum of understanding, so we could put that foundation update under the study session on November 10th.
That's a great idea to hold it there, and we can start getting prepared for that.
Oh, that was a study session.
Because I assume we're going to have to write a new memorandum of understanding.
Yeah, or revise, yeah, exactly.
Revised,
Thank you.
updated. Okay, so we're going to move that to November 10th.
Right.
And we're going to have student services, special education update, and that's also, special meeting is when it's the board that will be swearing in of whoever is going to be on the board, the new members, and also the election of officers.
You might notate that it's the board organizational meeting.
Okay. And then that's on December 8th, then that's the only meeting, and we're into January. Do we have all the operational expectations on here? They're all on here, okay.
I'm just curious here, on December 8th, it looks like quite a bit there. And January looks pretty empty. Is any of these items on here, could they be moved to January? So, I mean, to give a little bit more to January, is there any reason why, is there anything for OE4 that has to be there in December, or could it be in January?
Well, you also have to remember there on December 8th, you could have 3 new board members. And that would be an unbelievable amount of stuff to
Yeah.
just get up here.
Hold on.
I mean, I think they would. On December
that.
8th, there's, Charlie brought up that there is a lot of stuff being presented. That is also when new board members are being sworn in. So there's 3 people going to be sworn in that night.
And I was just looking to, sorry, I was looking to see January 12th is pretty empty.
Right.
So I was thinking if some of these items could be moved down to January 12th. And I was asking if OE4, is that presentation something that has to happen before December? Or is it something that could happen in January?
Could we go ahead and move the OE4?
Clayton, are you okay with that? Okay.
I'm fine with it.
I mean, just to get a little balance.
Jeff, does the interim budget report have a scheduled, like, timeline?
So, yes, the first interim budget report has to stay there because it has to be approved by the December 15th. But the facilities update can move. You would have already heard from me twice in this calendar year, or in this 6-month period, so.
So for that night, we're going to move the presentation and approval of OE4 to January 12th. Do you want to move the facilities update too? Is that what you're saying?
I'm giving you the option. It's
I would
totally-
recommend it.
Pardon me? I would too.
It's not a timely thing, so.
That's right.
It's a lot to put on if there's 3 new people. That's a lot.
Possibly. You know, people.
Well, I'm including me. Jeff, at least we're having 1 new person.
One for sure.
1 for sure.
You good?
Don't start. Okay, January 26th, we have the audit.
Did we move the facilities?
Yeah, we moved the
Okay.
facilities, sorry, to January 12th.
Okay, thank you.
Facilities to January 12th. And then we're going to have Ed Services Middle School update. And then on the 26th, audit the STAR Benchmark 2. And would we also, would they have the second dibbles done by then also? So, okay, so it's a progress update. It's dibbles and STAR, okay?
January?
That's January 26th. And then we want to pick a date in February that we can meet.
This is the second informal evaluation, right? 'Cause the first one is in October 19th.
Well, our meetings are the 9th and the 23rd. We met on the 1st and 2nd. I mean, that would be a good time, would you, to go over? The special board meeting on the first and the second, a Monday and a Tuesday. Does that work with you? Monday and Tuesday?
February.
February. February 1st and 2nd.
Do that within Monday, yes, it's fine.
Okay. So that would be the superintendent's informal evaluation and then unconscious bias.
Could you slide? Could you slide another one of those trainings in one of those days? Or do you think we need, because if we're doing 2 days,
Well,
can we get both of the
we
trainings?
need to have one day that we're going to go ahead and
Because the
go over.
first evaluation is 1 day, yeah? The second and formal evaluation, 2 days?
It would be 2 days, the first and the second. We need to go,
Yeah, 2 days, the formal evaluation.
we do. If we do 2 days for this, we could do the unconscious bias, we could do his informal evaluation, and then we could also go over
Policies?
our policies. Okay.
That's really important.
So the first and second?
Would you like to start at 8 a.m.?
So it would be his informal evaluation, and then it would be either unconscious bias training or restorative justice, and then also review of our
Something that I would like to add,
governing board.
in the policy review, the bylaws, because the bylaws is too tied to the board policies, and usually is more connected to education code. You know, to have, maybe we don't have to have the hard copy for that because it's too much, but we can have maybe, I don't know, in the screen, but to align, you know, the board policies, governing board policies, and bylaws is very important. Because we never mentioned our bylaw, and sometimes we change our board policies, but the language in the bylaw is little different, yeah.
Yeah, well, we can
Good.
hopefully do
To
that.
have
do both.
all together, yeah.
Okay,
Sergio, how many bylaws are there? There's,
hundreds.
I mean, yeah, like a dictionary of them.
In the coherent governance policies, it references the CSBA board policies and the CSBA bylaws. So they're referenced in those documents. Yeah. Ties it all together.
So do you have some, Sergio, that
Yeah,
you kind of
but
want to look at?
it's tied all together, but the board policy is designed by us. And we have to review the bylaws to be sure that we don't put something different in the language. It's connected, but we have to have that information available on hand. It's like if we do the board policy review, but not having anything written in bylaw or education code, that is not maybe the best practice. I'm talking about to have those tools available, not to change, you know.
Right, have them side by side.
Yeah,
When we're talking about making any adjustments or any
Yeah.
changes, make sure that we have access to both documents to kind of review both
Yeah.
simultaneously. So if we need, just to keep us
it's like
honest.
I think the organizational and the bylaw mention that we had to pick the board president, board clerk, and president, or president, board clerk or president. It's already there, huh? And I think we don't have to do any change because the bylaw cover the way that we are now with clerk. Yes, I think it's, I review the board bylaw very often, you know, I like it.
You have to show us.
Yeah, so I guess question is, Do you know the specific bylaws that you would like to look at? Would you like someone to come in and help us look at certain bylaws? What are you thinking?
I'm seeing everything. When we see the language, for example, the board member is like, for example, job description, all that is connected to our bylaw and the education code. It's not separate. Don't supersede the bylaw. Our board policy is very connected to those areas. We cannot change or make our own law. It has to be. I would recommend something this in the 6 p.m. meeting, but it's not appropriate now because it's in the agenda.
Oh, okay.
Something very slight, but will be something related to that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to meet on February 1st and 2nd. And we're going to do governing board policies, try to get in some bylaws in there, and do your Marcus's second eval, and then informal evaluation, and then either do unconscious bias or restorative justice on the 9th. We don't have anything being presented.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. I
The
think for the study session on February 9th, I'd love to give a very in-depth overview of where we are with the multi-year vision and the start that we've gotten off to and some evidence of progress, initial progress.
That's a good time to do it too, because if we have any new board members. Do we have any results or operational expectations on that date? Nothing there? Okay.
I'm just thinking, Marcus, would you like to do that multi-year vision before your informal evaluation? Because that would help inform us about the progress that the district's making.
Or he could bring it to us, have it ready for us when you do your evaluation, and then present it publicly on the 9th.
Oh,
Does that sound all right?
Yeah,
That sound okay?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, you would give it to us first, and then
Yeah.
and we could talk whatever. Okay, February 23rd, we have a mid-year LCAP update, Ed Services Academic Progress update, Business Service update. Going on the 9th, I have to go back to the 9th. We're going to do an update on the elementary math adoption. We're doing two programs right now. And so, okay. And then on the 23rd, looks like whatever you know, what, you have something for academic progress updates? No. But we have the dibbles and stuff on March 9th, the mid-year. And I assume somewhere that we have, and then do we have for like the Ed Services, your updates, do we have somewhere where we have our health department, or is that on the next page? And mental health? Do we have CTE on here? should we do CTE on February 23rd? Okay, is that okay? So we can hear from then?
And portrait of a graduate,
Yep.
the whole thing. That would be
Okay.
college and career.
Okay. Okay, we've got about 5 more minutes here. Oh, so in April, well, on March 9th, we got the second interim, another joint meeting with, hopefully with the foundation, we'll have everything settled and off to a good start. Dibbles, Employee of the Month. On the 23rd, it's spring break, but we're going to do OE 12, Facilities Update, Student Service Update, Behavioral Health and Wellness, Business Service Update. In April, our visits with Dr. Funchess. We'll have to work out a date, half-day, that people can do. What is the best day, or should we wait to see when a new board member can do it? Choose the date. Do you want to wait? Or do you want to choose it now? Go ahead, choose it. What's good for you?
Yeah, but I don't know for the rest. April.
April,
It's spring break.
is a Tuesday the best for you, Sergio?
Okay, but I can.
So April 6th? Will that work? Tuesday's not good for you, though, is it? Yeah, it
No,
is.
my IEPs are Tuesdays and Thursdays, so Mondays and Wednesdays are better. We don't do Fridays, right? So, but I try to,
In that day, Karen, is a possibility to the board member decide to attend the coast to coast and change the coast to coast conference in Washington, D.C.?
yeah,
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I have that one in my reminder.
April 2nd through the 4th, and then Coast to Coast follows that. There's 2. You have both of them, Sergio?
Or second to the fourth? Oh,
I have 2nd through the 4th, but I don't know about Coast to Coast. That's a different one.
I know how that's said, but I something coming.
Do we have any information on that conference yet?
I don't know if it's ready, maybe
I mean,
not.
that we can actually register. And it's in Washington DC?
Mhm. There's 2, Karen. And one is DC
We do that
CSBA,
in April.
and then the
Spring
other
break.
one's Coast to Coast, I think.
I don't know when.
All right, so we can't do it on, so can you, does it interfere on April 1st, a Monday? Can you do April 1st, April Fool's Day? Ooh, okay.
That sounds good.
April
No, it'd be I'm sorry, it's April, on the 26th, it would be the 5th, April 5th.
A Monday.
Does that work, Sergio?
That'll work. Only we have to be sure that don't have conflict with the conference. And I'm not sure we have to found that day.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we can make,
Well, we can move it to the
we can,
19th.
we can move in, or we can move in another.
You want to move it to the 19th?
No, if we decide today, this day, if we found that it's conflict, we can move it in the
Okay.
future,
All right, so what date are we going with?
The 5th, April 5th.
If you have trouble with plane exchanges and anything, there might be a chance you might not make a connection if you're flying Sunday or you decide to fly Monday. So what about April 12th? Sergio?
April 12th, yeah, fine.
So it's way ahead of those dates.
Okay, April 12th?
Yeah.
Okay.
April 13th is the regular meeting, so
That's why I suggested the 19th.
13th is a meeting, no? It's a regular meeting,
Are
13th.
we going into?
or the 13 in the morning
When does
before the
testing
meeting?
usually start?
No, I was just saying, April 12th.
Yep.
After, if we do it, we're
The
going into
19th isn't
people's
on here.
testing. If we wait till the 19th,
19th isn't on here.
Yeah, April 19th isn't on there.
It's not on there.
It's April 13th, 27th.
The work plan doesn't have
no,
19th.
right, I was doing April 19th for our visits,
Okay.
but they're starting, when, do you know when the spring break is in March? If we do it too late in April, we're running into people testing.
Mm-hmm.
We're back up to the 5th or the 6th,
And
or
what
Wednesday.
day?
Wednesday the 14th?
Pardon me?
Wednesday the 14th?
14 or
Or the 7th?
7?
Wednesday, the 7th?
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's just go with that. And we'll turn around if we do the 13th. We've got Ed Services Update, English Language Learners, the 27th. We've got R3 and R4, and whatever you're doing for your updates and business and Ed Services. We're doing May 11th is presentation of OE 11, OE 7, and approval of OE 3 and 4. And then behavioral health. And then on May 25th, Ed Service Academic Progress Update. When do we have the budget? When is your, the 8th?
June 8, yeah.
Okay,
Do that on there.
Mm-hmm.
on the 8th, June 8th,
It's right here.
Yeah, June 8.
LCAP and budgeted. Are you giving an update on the budget before that? In March?
That second interim that you see,
So we,
Okay.
usually for both meetings in
March the
June, we
9th?
do the budget presentation on the first meeting and the budget approval,
Okay.
the LCAP approval on the second meeting.
You want to talk about the budget any other day?
I can talk about it as much as you want to, but I don't, do you want to hear it another day?
Do we need to hear from HR?
Yeah, we'll do that. I mean, like you said, we'll do that on second interim in March.
You can present to
The only thing in
board?
between then and June would be the May revise, but I present a portion of that in June, so.
Okay. May 11th. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay.
however, because we'll have at least one new board member, if you need us to do anything with budget around May revise, we can do that as well for their knowledge, right? And understanding how budget works, and even when the May revise comes in, we can always revisit that if needed.
For April 27, R3 and R4 results, will that include our results of our dual language students and our English learners, the LPAC? It's separate, so maybe we should get those another date? That's all included, including the dual immersion? Good. But the new alpaca is like in April, in the winter? From the following year? Thanks.
Board President Cornett, can you please confirm the April date for the site visits? Is it 13th or 14th?
What you said.
thought we said the 7th. What did you say?
7th?
It's a Wednesday.
Yeah, I have April 7th.
Okay. And do we know what school sites or departments?
Maybe you could send us a list of ones we haven't visited in a long time.
Okay.
Or if somebody has somebody they're just dying to go to, we could go there.
Well, I'm dying to go to the other side of the, of the
That way.
complex, because I think we've covered this side, and we should be equitable and go on that side.
And then maybe if one of our schools that are under construction is really all done, we could maybe go to one of those or two of them.
Yeah, we're good.
I know at one point you mentioned the transportation yard as well,
Oh, yes,
Yeah, we need to do.
that's a good one.
Is that on here anywhere, transportation?
but
It's on there now. Where is
Good.
it?
Thanks, Jeff.
you're welcome.
Good one.
Monica, can you find a place for transportation? And then maybe when we can get a clean one of these and you guys can look at it and send it out and,
What about the ELOP facility over there? You think it'll be done by April?
Oh, by April?
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you
Oh,
guys
did I
want-
just say that out loud? Oh, shoot. Yeah. No, we should be done December, January with that one, assuming we get some good bids in, which we're expecting, so.
Would you guys be interested in seeing that again, finished?
Well, it's down there by the transportation building, or it's like literally pretty close to it, so.
we could do,
Do you want to do those on April 7th? The district office on this side, Zoom, and then ELOP?
I would recommend doing that and staying away from classrooms, because there's a lot of tension and there's a lot of getting ready and preparation,
Right.
and to have visitors, like, in 2 weeks of the testing window might be not, distraction or not so pleasant for the, what do you think, Dr. Funches?
I think it's a great idea. Make sure that we are all hands on deck to get our scholars prepared for testing, and then visit some of these buildings that Jeff and his team are finishing up.
You could also pick, a couple of the other schools, but just stay on the outside, just looking at what we've done.
Yeah,
Do
that's a
them,
good
so.
idea.
okay? We're done?
Or
Okay, I
James
think we're
Workman,
finished.
James Workman, too.
We can move into closed session?
Can you confirm the dates for his formal evaluation in June?
Oh. That would be good.
Did I miss those?
Yes, we missed that.
Don't schedule them while I'm in Cancun, okay?
I was thinking we could just leave those off of there. I didn't.
Can we hold that, can we hold that date? We'll hold those dates. To be determined.
TBD.